Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Eric Hopkins, and there's a theory going around the internet right now, and it's a theory that I fully believe is true, and I want to get into that a little bit, but it involves the Falcon and Winter Soldier season finale and the season as a whole. So if you've not seen any of that yet, please leave this video right now, come back after you've seen the show, and then we'll get into what the theory is after that. So in The Falcon and Winter Soldier, we have Sharon Carter, the niece of Peggy Carter from the Captain America franchise. And obviously, the last time we saw her in last time we saw her in The Winter Soldier and Captain America Civil War, clearly she was on the good side of things. She was obviously, kind of stepping in and filling in for Peggy Carter after she'd gotten old. And, she was a great character in addition to the Avengers group, so to speak, especially in regards to the Captain America part of side of things. But then we didn't see her after the Thanos invasion. And obviously with the snap and the 5 years that took place after the snap, in this show of The Falcon Winter Soldier, Sharon Carter has taken a turn for the worse. She has allied herself with darker forces, and even now calling herself the Power Broker, as is revealed in the finale. And she has, basically turned her back on the government and things like that, and tried to, go after Super Soldier Serum. And by the end of this season, is trying to gather intel after being reinstated by the U.S. government. And she's trying to gather intel on weapons and things like that. So the theory going around is that she is actually a Skrull. Now, how could that be true? The Skrulls, obviously in Captain Marvel, are shape-shifting aliens that, can imitate the looks of other beings and creatures. And obviously, there is a comic storyline known as Secret Invasion. And we now know that Disney and Marvel Studios are in development of Secret Invasion. It will be a Disney Plus streaming series coming to Disney Plus probably on the latter end of 2022, maybe 2023. They haven't released an exact date yet, but they've already started to cast for that show, which included Emilia Clarke and a bunch of others. And obviously Sam Jackson's returning as Nick Fury, and Ben Mendelsohn returning as Talos, the Skrull from Captain Marvel. And obviously, I think this show is going to tie into Captain Marvel 2 a little bit as well. So, I mean, it stands to reason that Marvel would go ahead and plant the seeds for this show, even in shows that are not necessarily going to tie into it. Now, if you've seen WandaVision, spoiler alert for that again, by the way, at the end of that series, we see a Skrull meet with Monica Rambeau talking about, he's waiting for you. He's up there, talking about Nick Fury, I believe. And so we've seen that tease. We saw Talos, who had mimicked Nick Fury in Spider-Man Far From Home at the end of that film. And now we're getting this. It's not necessarily a tease for the Secret Invasion, but I think the story elements line up. Because think about this. Why would Sharon Carter lose her way? Now, granted, you could go through a lot of stuff in 5 years, especially with the state of the world that it was in after the invasion from Thanos. So that's very possible. This theory could mean absolutely nothing, and maybe Sharon Carter's just turned bad. And if that's the case, okay, well, at least they explained it well, too. And that'll be something interesting to follow up on in future seasons or whatever they've got planned as well. But I think it's a drastic, radical 180 turn for this character. And it strikes me as odd, especially with which is another thing, earlier in the season finale, Sharon Carter herself was wearing a face alternating mask, kind of like a Mission Impossible thing where she revealed her identity. So I wonder if that is a foreshadowing moment of Sharon Carter being a Skrull in this season, but they just ain't revealed it yet. But I think that could have been a clever little Easter egg, like, hey, she's not all she appears to be right now, and we may have to wait and find out. But the fact that she's gathering intel about weapons and things like that is exactly what an invading agent of the Skrulls or any sort of alien invasion would want to do. They'd want to infiltrate the government and powerful organizations in order to take over. Correct? So that makes all the sense in the world to me. It just proves this theory could be correct. So I'm going to hold to that, and I'm going to stick to it. I think that right now Marvel is planting the seeds, unbeknownst to us, to that series that could possibly be coming out later next year, and it's supposed to be filming this fall as well. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I think it could be a very nice little clever way to introduce it. And I think that Sharon Carter, maybe she was abducted by the Skrulls, or she got picked up by one of them, because obviously they've been around for years, since Captain Marvel 1, which took place all the way before the first Iron Man movie. So they have been around, and who knows how many of them have actually infiltrated Earth already, and we just don't know about it. And when the time comes that it's revealed, it's going to be a crazy comic book event on film. But you got to remember, too, in Captain Marvel, the movie, when the Skrulls took Carol Danvers onto their ship, they were able to infiltrate her memories and then use those to their advantage. So what if they captured Sharon Carter, infiltrated her memories, and they were able to, infiltrate organizations and governments as her, and then they have all of her knowledge as well. So it's very possible and very plausible for this theory to be true, and I absolutely love it. Of course, there's also the theory that Sharon Carter could just go bad, and she's trying to get, the intel and the weapons, because there's also another show called Armor Wars that's coming out that's going to be Rhodey, War Machine himself, with Don Cheadle starring in that show, and they're going to be, it's going to be basically about when Tony Stark's tech and his weapons fall into the wrong hands. That could be where they're going with Sharon Carter as well, and maybe she becomes a War Machine's problem. But I think the theory of her being a Skrull makes a whole lot more sense. But what do you guys think? Comment down below. Hit the like and subscribe button. Do you think this theory is going to be something that could very well happen in the Falcon and Winter Soldier Season 2 or Secret Invasion? Comment below. Let me know. And subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bells so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content on my channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.
We about to turn it on.